Hi everyone, I'm Brian Croft, and I'm here at the magnificent castle in Skopje Macedonia, one of the most ancient civilizations in the world, to bring you a very important video on the one biggest, baddest thing that sabotages most people's ability to succeed and be happy. This is an affliction that I see almost everyone have at some point in their lives, that just puts a blockade right in front of them and prevents them from growing or moving forward and succeeding in the ways they want to and feeling the way that they want to, most of all, and being able to be happy and positive. And that one big bad thing is victim mentality. This is the mindset where when you start to feel limited or you start to feel like you are suffering in some way, you start to tell yourself, oh wow, I'm suffering, I'm in pain. You know what? I am a victim. I'm being oppressed. I'm being victimized in some way. And you start telling yourself this, and it becomes self-perpetuating in your mind, where you then begin oppressing yourself. This is something I've been thinking a lot about recently. I've always known about this victim mentality mindset ever since I started studying psychology a long time ago. But recently I've been thinking a lot about people's oppression, and this is something that I always talk about. And I started wondering recently, since we're all subjected to the same oppression by governments and social conditioning, how come there are some people like me who free themselves and other people who just continue to be oppressed? And the reason is because they make a decision, consciously or unconsciously, to take on that oppression and start to perpetuate it and actually oppress themselves. Understand, there gets to be a point where they start becoming their own oppressors, and the reason for this is the victim mentality. And so they actually start treating themselves like a victim and victimizing themselves under this victim mentality. And you might be wondering, well, why would anyone want to do that? Why would anyone choose to do that? And again, it can in some cases be an unconscious decision. But the real reason people do this is because it's easy to enable themselves to be victims, where they're giving up responsibility for themselves and their own freedom and success and positivity and happiness and such, rather than take responsibility for it and use that responsibility to try to succeed in the ways that they want to and do the things that they want to become happy and fulfilled. So a lot of people, when they see that in order to be successful and happy and fulfilled, that they have to face this oppression, right, and try to overcome it, they decide not to. And instead they surrender to their oppression because it's just easier to blame others rather than take on responsibility for yourself and face the challenges and the adversity that you're going to face in trying to be successful and happy and fulfilled. So people with victim mentality will be blaming others for the reasons they can't do the things that they want to do and feel the way that they want to feel and be the person they want to be and live the life they want to live, because it's a really great excuse for not having to do any of the work involved with all that, right? But in reality, you only have yourselves to blame, because victim mentality is a surrender of control and responsibility, and it is a decision to begin oppressing yourself and victimizing yourself. Okay, it is a reckless abandon that gives you the ability to not have to act like a mature adult taking control of your own life, right? And to just be lazy and blame everyone else for the fact that you're not succeeding. If you're enjoying listening to what I have to say, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you feel I'm adding value to your life, you can also tip me at the PayPal link below in proportion to the amount of value added. Your support will help me be able to continue this work, because the oppressive fascists at YouTube are against this kind of content and actively trying to suppress it. So it is only with the help of viewers like you that I'll be able to keep fighting the good fight against the evil fucking matriarchy. And some of you might be out there thinking, well, I do have to face these, insurmountable challenges, and I'm facing extreme adversity, and I am very oppressed, right? But guess what? Everyone feels that way at some point in their life. We all have to face incredible challenges and burdens and adversity and oppression. And no matter how bad you have it, I guarantee you there's people in the world who have it far worse. And in fact, there's people in the world who have it so bad that if you were to look at them, you'd think that you actually have it good in comparison to them. There's people who live under communist governments, who have no human rights, who get tortured for trying to exercise their basic freedoms and rights, just like Macedonia used to. There's people who have been through wars and have suffered injuries that will cripple them for the rest of their lives. And there's people who have grown up in extreme poverty, with extreme abuse. And guess what? Many of these people who have dealt with these very extreme limitations and adversity and oppression and suffering have used it to actually grow stronger and overcome that and become extremely successful and highly attained in life.
Perfect.
Thanks. In fact, many of the most successful people ever, people who are famous leaders, are people who have had to gain that success by overcoming extreme adversity and challenges and such. So there's literally no excuse for you to blame anything else other than yourself for your lack of success and fulfillment and happiness. Because in the end, no one can actually victimize you and prevent you from doing what you want with your life except yourself and your own victim mentality. Sure, people can victimize you, but it's your job to decide whether you are going to just move on from those circumstances, overcome whatever happened to you, and keep on going past that point in your life, or really take that victimization on with your mind fully and feel like you are a victim and that is part of your identity, and really perpetuate that and make it continue indefinitely. Okay, everyone gets victimized at certain points in their life, but the difference between those who let it stop them and those who use it to empower themselves and strengthen themselves and overcome all of that is whether or not you identify with being a victim and take that on as part of your identity. Okay, so no matter what happens to you in life, never take on a victim mentality and turn your victimization into an identity of being a victim. When you can actually use these circumstances to grow stronger and empower yourself and become much more capable and move on to become much more successful and positive and happy and fulfilled in life, and maybe even become a famous leader like many of these other people have gone on to become. And when you imagine yourself overcoming any difficulties and challenges and obstacles and oppression and suffering that you may have in life, and just moving past that and growing and empowering yourself and becoming stronger and succeeding as a person in all the ways that you want to, and doing everything that you want to do with your life in spite of anything that may happen to you, and just how good it's going to feel to be able to overcome any adversity that you face and use it to become a bigger, better, stronger, more successful person and do literally anything that you want to do in life.
That concludes this video. Thanks for listening. I hope I mansplained that good enough for you. If you like what you heard, please click the like button, and if you feel you gained some value from this video and would like to give some back, please do so with the PayPal link below, because your support helps fund me doing this work and fight the good fight for men like you. If you are ready to take the red pill and wake up from the matrix and the matriarchy controlling it and learn everything you need to know about female on male sexism, get your copy of my newly released book called Misandry Exposed, on sale now for a special price that won't last long. So check it out by clicking the link below. And otherwise, take care of yourselves, men, because no woman out there is going to.